So I was at the store yesterday and I heard something totally unexpected.
Really, what did you hear? I heard that the store has a new policy, no returns, regardless of circumstance. Oh wow, that is definitely unexpected. What do they say their reasoning is?
Something about it being easier to manage inventory and provide better customer service. I think they're just trying to save cash.
That's kind of shady. I guess that means you have to be extra careful when shopping there now. I suppose so. Better be sure to try on clothes in the store before buying them.
Well, that's one way to go about it. Hey, have you tried the new sandwich place down the road yet? Nope, not yet. Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good. They make all sorts of different sandwiches with a variety of ingredients, definitely worth checking out.
Alright, sounds like a plan. We should go sometime this week.
Hey, so I heard this funny one-liner the other day that I think we should all try out sometime. What did the Zen master say to the hot dog?
What?
Make me one with everything.
Ha! That's pretty funny.
I thought so too.
Alright, so I heard this one too.
Oh great, what is it?
What did the cow say to the other cow when it was offered hay?
I don't know what. Oh. Is it, thanks, I'm a steak person?
Hey, do you guys want to hear an off-the-wall joke?
Sure, why not? I could use a good chuckle. Go ahead.
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
AFSH. Get it?
That was terrible. You can do better than that, cackler.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming out tonight. So I hear there's a lot of singles in the audience. Well, I'm single too, so let me tell you about my dating life. So, I recently joined an online dating site and I swiped right on this one woman. I thought she was really attractive, but then she sent me a message saying I'm 5 feet 2 inches, so that's a no from me. I thought to myself, wow, guess I'm too tall for her. So then I tried to make it up with a joke. I told her, don't worry, height isn't everything. Laughter, but she wasn't having it. Anyway, that's been my experience with online dating so far. Maybe I should just stick to meeting people old school, like in the grocery store or something. Laughter, alright. Thanks again, everyone. Applause. Now for my next joke.
You know, I read in the paper today that scientists discovered a new species of frog. It's so weird, it glows in the dark. Can you believe that?
Wow, that is pretty wild. But I heard they also found some type of sea creature that has the face of a human.
That's even crazier. I don't think I want to go in the ocean anymore.
Yeah, you could be swimming around and then see that face. It would totally freak you out. Maybe it's from some kind of alternate universe. We should warn people to stay out of the water until they figure out what it is. Maybe we should make a viral video about it. So this is where we start when the sky's gray.
A bit of a paradox, don't you think? I mean, the sky's gray and we're wearing bright colors.
Nah, it's just how life is. Sometimes you gotta make it work. You take the gray and make it your own. Why not just turn it into a good thing?
Yeah, it's not like we have much of a choice, right?
That's right. Let's make the most of it and find something amusing in this situation.
Well, that sounds good to me. What do you think we should do?
Hey, so I heard the craziest thing today.
What is it? Oh, come on, Larry. You can tell me.
Yeah, why not? Let's hear it.
So, I heard that there's a mythical creature in the forest nearby.
You mean like a unicorn?
No, I don't think it's a unicorn.
No, it's something even weirder. It has the body of a fox and the head of a parrot.
That's crazy. What do they call it?
I heard they call it a foxtrot. Hi there, everyone! So, I had this really strange dream the other night where I was being chased by a giant avocado. Has anybody ever had a weird dream like that before? Anyway, I tried jumping over a fence to get away, but it was so tall that when I landed on the other side, my pants were ripped right down the middle. Has anyone here ever had an embarrassing moment like that? Well, I guess I should get back to the dream. So, I'm running away from this giant avocado, and out of nowhere a group of chickens start chasing me. Has anyone else been chased by chickens? Alright, I guess that's it for my dream. What other strange stories do you guys have? Hey, I want to hear them all. Let's hear it. What crazy dreams have you guys had? Wow, I didn't know how exciting a day of grocery shopping could be. What do you think, Fred?
I think it's really funny. They have all these new and exciting products to choose from, and I think it's great.
I agree. It's like a little adventure when you go grocery shopping, and it's always fun to try something new. You never know what kind of surprise you'll find. I always look for the weirdest items to make my meals more interesting.
That's a great idea.
Alright, I'm sold. Let's go find some interesting items. Who knows what kind of surprise we'll come up with?
Let's make it a contest to see who finds the most interesting item.
You're on. I'm ready to win this one.
Hey Larry, why don't we grab lunch today?
Why don't you ever bring your own lunch? That way, you wouldn't have to rely on me for every meal. I mean, we can go out sometimes, but come on.
I guess you're right. But who else am I gonna go to lunch with? All my friends are too busy with work to hang out during the day.
Why don't you try and make some new friends?
So, I just went out to the grocery store and you'll never believe what happened. They were out of my favorite ice cream flavor.
That's wild. Did you try another flavor?
Yeah, I tried strawberry and it was way too sweet.
So what did you do then?
Yeah, what did you do?
I bet she just went out and bought more ice cream. I mean, who can resist the temptation of ice cream?
I just heard about the new theater that opened up downtown.
That's great. I heard they have some really amazing shows lined up.
Yeah, but it's not just about the shows. They also have a great food selection. You know, I think I could really enjoy a night at the theater. Maybe even get one of those big buckets of popcorn.
What, and risk getting that buttery popcorn all over your shirt? Sounds like a recipe for disaster. Better just stick with the shows and leave the popcorn to someone else. I know, why don't we just make our own show at home and skip the theater altogether? That way you can have all the popcorn you want and not worry about getting butter on your shirt. So what kind of surprise are you planning for our friend's birthday party this weekend? I want it to be something really memorable.
Well, how about we hire a live band to perform? That'll be different and something they won't expect. Or, we could do something personal like a scavenger hunt around town that they'd have to complete to get their gift. Or we could rent out a local bowling alley and invite the whole group. That's always fun.
Wow, those are a lot of really great ideas. I'm sure our friend will love whatever we choose. Let's put our heads together and come up with the perfect surprise.
Yeah, you got it. Let's surprise them.
Sounds like a plan.
So, what did you do this weekend?
I made a cake in the shape of a hat.
What kind of hat? A fedora.
Of course! What other kind would be appropriate for a cake? And I iced it with a fancy pattern and added intricate decorations.
Wow, that sounds impressive. Did anyone else get to try it? Just me. I figured if I was going to put that much work into it, I deserved the first taste.
You must have been pretty proud of yourself. Oh yeah, definitely. I was pretty excited to show off my cake making skills. Hi everyone! So, it has been a crazy week, in more ways than one. Just last night, I was making dinner and my cat decided to help me out by jumping onto the kitchen counter and getting its head stuck in the saucepan. It was quite a sight. For the rest of you cat owners out there, I'm sure you can relate. Anyway, I'm here to do a comedy set for you all. So let's get to it. Let me start off by talking about my last job. It was definitely not the most glamorous place to work. I was working in a fast food restaurant as a cashier and the customers were fairly difficult. Every day, it seemed like someone had an issue with their order or wanted something extra that wasn't on the menu. It was enough to drive me crazy, but I soon got the hang of it. One thing I learned from that job is that no matter how difficult a customer can be, always remember to stay professional and try to make them laugh. That's why I'm here tonight, because making people laugh is something I absolutely love doing. So, who wants to hear some jokes? Alright, here's one. What did the fish say when he hit a concrete wall? Damn! Ha ha ha. Alright, here's another one. Why did the chicken cross the playground? Ha ha ha. I hope you all enjoyed that one. Alright, what other jokes do we have? Alright, here's another one. How do you fix a broken pizza? With tomato paste.
You know, I never thought I'd hear myself saying this, but we should probably watch our budget a little more closely.
Are you serious? We can't afford to keep going out to eat like this every week.
I know, but that's the price of living like kings. Maybe we should buy our own microwave and make more meals at home? At least we'd save money on takeout.
No way. Cooking is too much work. We should find a way to enjoy ourselves without spending all our hard-earned cash. Let's start up a savings club and pool our resources. That way, we can still have fun without going broke.
You're a genius, Fred. That's the perfect solution.
I know, and that's why they call me the master of thriftiness.
A team of scientists have just announced that they discovered a new type of penguin in Antarctica. It's called the sprinkle penguin because it loves to be covered in rainbow sprinkles. Now I know what you're thinking, wow, that must be one delicious penguin. Ha ha! But don't worry, no penguins were harmed in the making of this discovery. So, you know what they say, every cloud has a silver sprinkle penguin. Ha ha ha. But seriously, this is a pretty amazing discovery. Let's give a round of applause to the team of scientists who made it happen.
Man, I can't believe how crazy last night got.
What happened?
Well, I was in the middle of ordering a pizza when this bird came crashing into my window.
A bird?
Yeah, and then it flew away with a slice of pepperoni in its beak.
Whoa, that's wild.
Tell me about it. I was in my car and had to swerve just to avoid it. I thought for sure I was gonna hit it.
I don't even know what to say. That's a first.
I know, right? That's why I'm still in shock.
Well, what do you think of this new spot I found?
I like it, but I think we should make it even more unexpected.
Yeah, let's make it something totally out of the ordinary.
I like it, but how about we add an element that's irresistible?
That's a great idea. We'll have to think of something really crazy and unexpected.
I know we could make it something the audience won't be expecting. Maybe I'll dress up like a giant sandwich and hand out sandwiches to the crowd.
Haha. That's hilarious. And it will give them something to remember.
Yeah, and I know the perfect spot to make it even crazier.
What do you have in mind?
Well, it's about time for another adventure, don't you think?
Absolutely. I heard there's a new roller coaster opening up at the local amusement park.
That sounds exciting. What do you think, Fred?
We should definitely check that out.
What? No way. Roller coasters give me motion sickness. I think a nice walk in the park would be much more subdued and relaxing.
All right, you got me there. How about a picnic then?
Now that's what I'm talking about. We can pick up some deli sandwiches and sit by the lake.
Perfect. Then we can feed the ducks.
Hey Fred, do you want to go out for dinner tonight?
Sure, what do you have in mind?
I heard there's a new restaurant that serves crazy combinations of food.
What kind of combinations?
Things like fish tacos with ice cream topping and spaghetti with marshmallow sauce.
That sounds interesting, let's go for it.
Great, I'll make the reservations.
Sounds good, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too, it'll be an interesting night. So I recently moved in with my parents. It's been a little awkward at times. I mean, it was fine when I left for college, but now that I'm older, the dynamic has changed and they can't help but treat me like a kid sometimes. I mean, I'm 26 years old and my dad still asks me to pick up his socks off the floor. Like, come on dad, you can do it yourself. I'm also constantly getting asked, when are you going to get married, and why don't you have a job yet? I mean, like, seriously? I don't have the answers to those questions and I'm still figuring out my life. But, hey, at least I'm getting free rent out of the deal. That's gotta count for something. Anyway, that's all I got. Thanks for listening. Oh, one more thing. If I can make it through this, you can make it through anything. Have a great night, everyone.
Hey Fred. I saw this crazy commercial today. It was for a product that guaranteed it would make your teeth whiter in just 1 week.
Yeah. I saw that too. And then I thought, what am I supposed to do with my teeth for the rest of the week?
Ha! That would be a problem, wouldn't it? I should have known something was fishy when they said the money-back guarantee was only good for the first week. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you about it. So what did you do today?
Oh me. Well, I had a busy day. I worked from 9 to 5, and then I watched some old Feinberg reruns before I went to bed. What about you?
Me? I read a book about the stock market and then I went for a walk. Nothing too exciting.
Wow, sounds like you had a very productive day. Any plans for tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to try and get a little ahead on my taxes so I don't have to worry too much when it comes time to file. You?
Hi everyone. So, I was at the airport recently, and I got to talking with this guy who had the worst luck ever. He told me he had just missed his flight. I said sorry to hear that, and he said, yeah, well, it's happened before. Turns out he'd been trying to get on a flight for the last 3 days, but kept missing them all. So, he asked me what I did for a living. I told him I was an accountant, and he said that must be so boring. To which I replied, yeah, but someone's got to count all the money. That's when I saw the security guard coming up to him, so I said goodbye and left him to it. Anyways, that's all for my story. What do you guys think? Alright, so for my next story, I was out for a walk the other day.
I can't believe Fred is actually working from home these days.
Well, I find it's a much more comfortable environment to get work done. You should try it once in a while, Yvonne.
Maybe if you had a job that required staying at home. You could literally work from your bed.
Now that I'd like to see.
Well, maybe not in your case.
Why?
Because I tend to sleep too much.
Have you heard the latest news?
No, what happened?
The ice cream place across the street is moving out. I can't believe it.
That's crazy. What are they going to do with all the ice cream?
I don't know, but I hope they sell it at a massive discount before they move.
Yeah, that's our only hope. Otherwise, I'm going to be really disappointed. We should go check it out later and see what's going on.
Definitely. Let's go. Hi everyone. So I was at the store the other day and I noticed they had toilet paper on aisle 7, but when I got to aisle 7, it turned out there was no toilet paper. Just a sign that said out of toilet paper. So I asked the manager why he had placed the sign there and he said it's to let people know what aisle not to go down. I thought about it for a minute and then I asked him if he had any paper towels. He said, no, but I do have plenty of signs that say out of paper towels. So I guess it's a lesson for all of us. You should always look around and not just follow the signs. Thanks for listening, everyone. Any questions?
Hey Larry, Yvonne. Let's make a bet. Whoever has the most outrageous idea wins. Ready?
I'm ready.
Alright, I'm in.
How about we go for a walk? In the dark?
That's definitely outrageous, but I can do you one better. Let's take a ride on the subway and talk to total strangers. What do you think?
That sounds even crazier. Alright, you win.
All right, let's do it.
But how are we going to find our way back? So, I had to go to the store yesterday and it was a total disaster. I mean, the checkout line was all the way out to the parking lot. And, of course, the only cashier on duty was moving like molasses in January. So, I'm standing in this line for what felt like an eternity, and all these folks around me were getting increasingly impatient. One lady behind me even started tapping her foot to an imaginary rhythm. I eventually turned around and said to her, "Hey, don't worry. We should be done in about 6 more months." That got a good laugh from the crowd, and even the cashier cracked a smile. I guess the moral of the story is never stop trying to find humor in seemingly mundane things.
I heard that the city is bringing in a new type of tree.
That's hilarious. I wonder what kind of tree it is.
Who knows? Maybe it's some kind of tropical species that doesn't like cold weather. I heard it has to be covered in the winter. That would be the funniest thing ever. Imagine all those trees with turtlenecks, scarves, and hats.
I'm sure the birds won't be too happy about that. They may have to start wearing sweaters too. I bet the squirrels wouldn't be too pleased either. I can already hear them complaining about the cold weather in their little squirrel language.
Hey Larry, what did you do today?
Pissed. Larry, did you ever wonder why we never see pigeons stand on one leg? What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I am sure Larry can answer that.
Well, I just read an article that said scientists believe it might be because of uneven blood flow from standing on one leg decrease the efficiency in birds. Interesting, huh? Speaking of strange things, did you hear about the man that went to check his mail and found a coupon for 2 slices of pizza instead?
That's hilarious. What kind of pizza did he get?
I didn't hear, but he's definitely lucky it wasn't a coupon for Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, that would be a nightmare.
I heard the funniest joke yesterday. It goes like,
All right, what is it?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Oh, come on, Fred. Tell us.
Yeah, spill it already.
okay, so an engineer, a physicist, and an accountant are out hunting. Suddenly they spot a rabbit. The engineer says, let's chase it. So they do, but the rabbit escapes.
That's funny.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, the punchline is still coming. So I was at the grocery store and there was this lady in front of me taking forever. She had so many coupons, I thought she worked for the store. So I'm standing there, waiting and waiting, when she finally turns to me and says, "Sorry honey, but it looks like you'll be waiting a bit longer than expected." I said back real quick, "Oh, don't worry about it ma'am, I've got all the time in the world. In fact, I'm thinking of making this my new office." Everyone in the store burst out laughing. It was definitely a funny moment. But then I got to wondering what other kind of crazy stuff happened at the grocery store. So I asked the cashier, "What's the craziest thing you've ever seen in here?" She just grinned and replied, "Let's just say I've seen it all." Alright, I guess you can't get much better than that. So, has anybody else gone grocery shopping lately? Any stories to share? Hashtag grocery stories.
So, Larry, how was your date last night?
It was great, Yvonne. We went to dinner, then we stayed up late talking about Saturday Night Live.
Wow, really? What did you two talk about?
We talked about our favorite characters and episodes. It was really fun.
Wow, sounds like you two hit it off.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, did you know that I've been invited to be a guest on an upcoming comedy show? I'm so excited.
That's great. You're going to make us all proud.
Yeah, that's amazing. I know you'll bring the house down.
Hey, while we're on the topic of comedy, I heard there's an open mic night at a local club this weekend.
Hey Fred, did you know that scientists recently discovered an entirely new species of animal living in the jungles of South America? It's a type of fish that can walk on land, and they call it the walking fish. Isn't that crazy? I bet it can find out lots of shortcuts when it's moving around in the wild.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty wild. I bet this walking fish starts showing up everywhere soon, like all the other trends. I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll be the new pet craze and everyone will want one. But I guess we won't know for sure until someone manages to capture one of these fish and put it in a fish tank. What do you think, Yvonne? Do you think this walking fish will become the next big trend?
I think it's possible, and even if it doesn't become a pet craze, I'm sure there will be some interesting scientific studies using this new species. Sarcastically so. Did you really just finish a whole gallon of ice cream by yourself? That's quite the feat. I'm actually kind of impressed.
Yeah, it only took me an hour and a half. I guess I must have been really hungry. Now I just have to find a way to burn off all those calories.
You know, they have a new workout class at the gym I'm thinking of trying.
Really? You mean the one that's 3 hours long? I think I'll pass on that one.
What? You don't want to get in shape? I guess I'll have to go alone then.
No way. I'll go, but let's make sure to bring a snack.
You know, I was up late last night just thinking about old times.
Really? What brought that on? I can't believe it's been so long since we first started hanging out together. Yeah, that was back when the only thing we had to worry about was who bought the last six-pack of beer.
Oh, those were the days. Now we've got responsibilities and bills to pay. But at least we can still joke around and have a laugh.
Absolutely. We should do it more often. Life's too short to take everything so seriously all the time.
Hey Larry, have you seen Fred around? I've been looking for him everywhere.
Of course I'm here. Where else would I be?
I thought you might be at the deli. You know, getting your usual pastrami on rye? With a side of pickles and extra spicy mustard?
Fred, that's the same thing you get every day.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Besides, why change something that's so good?
So did you hear what happened to Joe?
No, what happened? Did he get into some kind of trouble or something?
No, he won the lottery. Can you believe it? He's probably the luckiest person in town right now.
That's unbelievable. I mean, it's not like he was doing anything special or lucky to win, right?
Nope. He definitely got incredibly lucky this time.
Wow. I guess that just goes to show, you never know what the future holds.
So, Larry, I just heard about a new invention that allows you to see through walls.
Wow, that sounds like something out of a science fiction movie. How does it work? Fred, have you ever thought about running for public office?
No way. That sounds like so much work, but it could be funny if I did.
Yeah, you could give a whole new meaning to the term political comedy.
I guess I could have something to say about current events. Plus, I really do like a good debate.
Well, it looks like a career in politics might be the perfect fit for you, Fred.
So, Larry, I hear you're going on a trip.
Oh, really? Where's he going? I bet it's somewhere hot and tropical.
More like a cold, dark cabin in the woods. I've heard there may even be some snow up there.
No way, that's not Larry's style. He probably has some wild and exciting adventures planned.
Well, actually, I'm going to Italy. I'm looking forward to some great food, culture, and sightseeing. Hey everyone! So I was in the store today and I saw this sign that said employees must wash hands before returning to work. I thought to myself, so that's why the food here tastes so bad. Anyways, so I'm walking around and this guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, do you like puzzles?" I said, "Yes, I do, but why are you asking me?" He said, "I'm trying to figure out how you got in here without washing your hands." Haha, I guess they weren't paying close enough attention. Alright, thanks for having me everyone. Exit stage to applause.
So I heard that Larry's been up to some interesting new hobbies lately. Cackler, you better watch out.
What? Why? I'm always up for some new hobbies.
Well, Larry's been taking up some weird activities lately. Like what?
Oh, I've been digging through dumpsters looking for old furniture to repair and refinish.
What? You mean like furniture from the garbage?
Yeah, I've been doing the same thing.
Wow, who knew that dumpster diving was the new hobby craze?
I guess that's one way to find some really unique pieces.
Yeah, I know. You never know what kind of gems you're going to find in there. So, what do you think about this weather we're having?
I don't know, it's definitely getting colder. I heard they're supposed to get some snow too.
Snow in the middle of October? That's crazy.
Yeah, but if it snows, I'm definitely going to go outside and make a snow angel. Do you want to join me? It could be a great photo opportunity.
Maybe. I'm not sure if I'll be able to, but if it snows, you can count me in.
Oh, great. I'm excited. Can't wait to see what happens.
Me too, who knows what else could surprise us. We should have a bet. The one who guesses the most accurate temperature for the snowfall wins. So, Fred, I hear you got a new job.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's a great opportunity. I just hope my new boss doesn't find out about my past.
Why? What did you do? Did you do something illegal?
No, nothing like that. It's just some embarrassing moments that I'm not proud of. Let's just say I never took it seriously and it showed in my work.
Oh, don't worry about it. Everyone has a past. You're gonna do great. Now tell me more about this job. Hey everyone! It's great to be here. So, I went on a date recently and it was an absolute disaster. The girl was so boring that after 30 minutes of talking to her, my watch fell asleep. Ha, it's alright everyone, I'm still single and ready to mingle. So this girl I was talking to, turns out she only likes cats. Now I'm more of a dog person myself. Man, can you believe it? Anyway, so I asked her if she had any other interests and it turns out she was a conspiracy theorist. She kept asking me if I believed in aliens and invisible monsters. Well, after that I had to cut the date short, but thankfully, I can come here and be with all of you. Alright, who's ready to laugh? Let's start with this one. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. Ha. Alright, one more. How do you make a tissue dance? You put a little boogie in it. Ha. Alright, everyone, let's get this party started. Who's up for a round of drinks? Let's get this night started right. Cheers!
Hey Vaughn, you know what I just heard? Apparently, scientists have discovered that the world's oldest living tree is over 9,000 years old.
Wow, that's incredible. That tree has definitely seen some things.
Yeah, you know it's seen a few presidents come and go. It's probably seen more than we ever will.
Ha, that's true. I wonder if the tree ever gets bored and just wants to move somewhere else. What do you think it would say if we could talk to it? Probably something like good luck finding me an older tree than me. So, who do you think the oldest living thing on Earth is?
What if we all became clowns?
That's a silly idea. I don't think clowns are very funny.
Well, I think clowns are kind of funny in a weird way. I mean, if you think about it, clowns make all these exaggerated movements and facial expressions almost like they're performing a silent comedy routine. I guess that's why clowns make some people laugh.
Alright, I guess we can give it a try.
I'm not so sure about that.
Wow, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm starting to miss my accountant.
That's strange. What could you possibly miss about following all the rules and laws?
Yeah, usually you're the one trying to bend them. Anyway, what's really weird is that I actually miss going to the post office.
You mean the one with a constantly long line and terrible service?
Yeah, I never thought I'd say this, but there's something kinda comforting about knowing you won't get out anytime soon.
I guess there is something to be said for the regularity of it all.
Yeah, and being able to keep up with the office gossip. It's a strange feeling.
You know, I think maybe we've been spending too much time alone.
You're telling me. All this quarantining really takes a toll.
Well, let's hope things start to get back to normal soon.
Hey Larry, did you hear about that new restaurant across town?
Nah, what about it?
Well, they apparently serve the craziest dishes you've ever seen. You can get a burger with an ice cream cone on top.
No way! That sounds so weird. I have to try it. Anything else I should know about it? What about the prices?
From what I heard, it's not too expensive. The burgers are around $10 each, but you get a huge portion of fries with each order. Plus, they have a great selection of craft beer on tap. So, do you want to head over there tonight and give it a try?
I don't think I want to go out tonight. I'm exhausted from today.
I don't blame ya. I'm still trying to figure out how I got invited to that party last week. It's a mystery.
Well, I can solve it. You must have accidentally bumped into the host and he felt obliged to invite you.
I suppose that's possible.
I can't believe I'm the only one who doesn't get invited to these kinds of things.
Don't worry, I think everyone else is just too intimidated to ask you. Fred, you're the only one who doesn't seem to be surprised by anything. What do you make of this?
What do you mean?
Well, it's pretty obvious to me. You all act surprised when something happens, but in reality there is no mystery. Everyone should have seen this coming. We all need to pay more attention to the little details that happen around us. They can tell us a lot.
Hi everyone, it's so great to be here. You know what they say in the club, you don't stop until the lights come on. I was out with my friends last night and we were in line for half an hour. We finally get to the front of the line and the bouncer says, "Sorry, no more room." So I said, "What do you mean no more room? We're barely in the door." And he said, "You don't understand. This club is for tall people only." That's when I realized that being short has its advantages. People can never find you in a crowded room. Anyways, that's my story. Thanks for listening and I hope you all have a great night. Hey, by the way, if you're looking for someone to dance with, just look for me. I'll be the one trying not to hit his head on the ceiling. Thanks again, have a great night. Peace out.
Hey Larry, what are you doing?
Just trying to come up with a new bit for my stand-up routine. You?
Same here. I'm having a really hard time coming up with something original.
Yeah, it's tough. How about we combine forces?
That's a great idea. Let's do it. I think we could really come up with something funny and unique if we all brainstorm together.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get working.
I know, let's do something about the differences between living in the city versus living in a small town. That's a great idea. I can already think of some hilarious scenarios.
Absolutely, let's get to it. It should be something that everyone can relate to.
Perfect. I'm sure we'll come up with something amazing.
You got it.
Hi everyone. So, I've been married for a while now and I think my wife is starting to take me for granted. Like last night she asked me to do the dishes, so I said no problem. And then she said, "Oh, you're too good to me." So I thought to myself, yup, she totally takes me for granted. But you know, I guess it's better than the alternative being single and having to do my own dishes. Alright, enough about me, how's everyone doing tonight? Anyone ever do something so dumb it's almost unbelievable? Because I sure have. So I'm driving home one night and I see this huge raccoon on the side of the road. And, as anyone would do, I slow down to get a closer look.
Hey Larry, did you hear about the new pizza place in town?
No, what about it?
They put the cheese inside the crust.
That sounds terrible. Why would anyone do that?
I don't know, maybe they're trying to save time on the preparation.
Well, it sounds like a recipe for disaster. I just had an idea. Why don't they let the customers put toppings inside the crust themselves?
Yeah, that could be really popular.
And then you'd have a whole new way to customize your pizza.
It's a genius idea.
So I went to the store the other day and the cashier asked me if I wanted help out to my car. I said, no thank you, I'm not going to steal anything. The guy next to me said, hey buddy, that's why they offer it. I thought to myself, this is why you never ask a dumb question. So what do you think? Has anyone else been in similar situations like that? Alright, so my next joke is about my girlfriend and her mother.
So, I was at the store yesterday and you'll never guess what happened.
What?
I saw this really cute guy, but when I tried to go up and talk to him, he just walked away. I couldn't figure out why. So I followed him and guess what?
What?
He went right up to the cashier and said he'd been waiting for this item for a while and had already paid. Turns out, he thought I was trying to cut in line.
Haha, only you, Yvonne. That's hilarious. Hey, I've got a story to share too. You'll never guess what happened to me at the mall yesterday.
So, did you guys know that the coffee shop across the street is finally going to be getting an espresso machine?
Wow, I didn't know that. That's great news.
Yeah, now I don't have to drag my coffee maker around with me anymore.
I guess it's kind of like having our own little cafe where we can get a nice cup of espresso.
Hey, it even beats our office break room coffee machine.
Yeah, this is definitely a win for us. Hi everyone! So, I was at the store earlier and had to get something for my boss. He asked me to get a piece of cake, so I go up to the counter and ask for a slice. The clerk looks me up and down for a minute and says, sorry sir, we don't serve slices here. We only sell whole cakes. So I asked him why. He says, because everyone knows you can't have just one slice of cake. I was about to protest, but then I thought, and he's right. Who can really have just one slice of cake?
Hey Larry, did you hear the news?
What news? Did aliens land on Earth or something?
No, it's about that new cafe that just opened downtown. They put up a giant neon sign shaped like a cat. Can you believe it? A giant neon cat sign.
That's crazy. It must be the most random sign ever put up. Who put it up? Do you think it's gonna be popular? Hey everybody. So how's it going tonight? Alright, so this next one is a classic. What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. Ha, I love it. Alright, so here's another one. What did the fish say when it bumped into the wall? Damn! Alright, now here's a joke my grandpa taught me. Why did the chicken cross the playground? To get to the other slide. Hee hee, classic. Alright, I've got one more for you. How does a train eat?
What time is it?
It's.
Exactly. How is it already that time?
I don't know, but it's getting late. We should probably get going soon.
Yeah, no kidding. We have to be up early tomorrow, and I'm already getting tired.
Alright, let's go. Say, did you hear about that new comedy show that opened up in town?
No, I haven't. What's it called?